Welcome to Lesson 4. Today we are going to learn how to add a little variety to our sentences. So hopefully by now we know what simple sentences are and we feel pretty comfortable creating them. Here are three simple sentences. The town was quiet. A car rumbled down the street. Nothing else stirred. What's wrong with these three simple sentences? Grammatically, everything's fine. They have actors, they have actions, they have answers. Is there something else going on here? In the last presentation, we saw how actors, actions, and answers can either be phrases or maybe they'll join with phrases. We also saw how actors and answers can be dependent clauses and they can also join with dependent clauses. So when you have three simple sentences like the town was quiet, a car rumbled down the street, nothing else stirred, grammatically you're fine, but stylistically you're flawed because they're all the same length. There's no variety. So when this happens, what you want to do is take one of those simple sentences and you want to kind of stretch it out. And there's a number of ways to do that. You could add additional words, maybe make the car black, maybe make it rumble slowly, and maybe make the street narrow. You could add a phrase or two. Well, when did this happen? Let's make it happen at midnight. And you could also add dependent clauses, but you don't want to overdo it. By doing that, you change the flow of everything. Now you have the town was quiet. A black car rumbled slowly down the narrow street at midnight. Nothing else stirred. Not only did we add imagery, but we also added variety and rhythm to our three simple sentences. Let's try another one. It was early. A breeze stirred. The silence reluctantly returned. So what we should do here in this situation is take one of these sentences. Let's take the one that doesn't even have an answer, and we're going to stretch that one out with a little imagery. First, remember that all sentences have syntactic slots. A breeze stirred is a very simple sentence. It has two of the three slots filled. The actor is a breeze, it's a phrase, and the action is stirred. There is no answer. What we want to do is we want to add on to those already existing slots. So we're going to make the breeze gentle. We're going to add an action, and we're going to add some answers. So we begin with a breeze stirred. Now it's a gentle breeze stirred. It's stirred from where? From some hidden place. So you keep that action close to that answer. But it also disturbed. How did it disturb? Well, briefly. And what did it briefly disturb? The quiet of the cathedral. When you plug this new sentence back into the others, it was early. A gentle breeze stirred from some hidden place and briefly disturbed the quiet of the cathedral. The silence reluctantly returned. This strategy works well whenever you need to add variety to your sentences. The door banged open. A boy stood in the hallway. The class laughed. Kind of choppy. But if you stretch one of them out, the door banged open. A blonde-haired boy who was clutching a soggy backpack stood in the hallway. The class laughed. Now you don't get that choppy feel anymore. You get this variety in your writing, and that will help you with your style. Building up the slots is just one way to add variety to your simple sentences. The difficulty comes when determining if the phrases and clauses are internal or if they're external, and that's what we're going to talk about in the next lesson. So as always, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.